Hi, everybody. Pretty sure I made it public. I think you should be able to get on if you want to. Oh, I notice I'm sloughing off again with my eyebrows. I have a lot of work to do. The question is, do I work on me, or do I work on my house, or do I do both? I think both is the order of the day. Hi, whoever's here. You know, it's a funny thing. It was hard for me to remember whether it was Tuesday or Wednesday because, I've been doing so many things that the days are just getting away from me. They're just slipping by so fast. They really are. I'm back to watching. Hi, Myra. I'm uh I'm okay. Wasn't feeling great for a couple of days, but I'm feeling a heck of a lot better. And really busy getting so many things done or in the process of getting things done. And of course, with a little bit of dating here and there. And just lots of different things to focus on. Looks as if, big surprise, hi Chris. It looks as if David's not going to be coming in as soon as I had hoped. He originally had told me that he thought, hi Sheila, that he thought he might be able to get in by the end of July, but it is time consuming, Myra. But it looks now as if it's going to be later in August. Hi Alita. Nice to see you. Yeah, the dating really is time consuming. It's interesting. It's a funny thing too because the discovery that, yeah, David is not going to be coming in, it looks like, until maybe later in August. There's so much going on for them. They just ramped up the business again. They are, the restructuring is finished and they are fulfilling the first orders, and they have quite a number of orders and getting things moving with all kinds of things that they've been working on. So, I mean, they are both running in different directions to try to get things accomplished. And it's hard work, and there's a lot to do. And David sounded so tired, he kind of scared me a little bit, to be honest with you, because I think he gets himself overtired sometimes. And I just don't want, I always worry about him when he's driving long distances and he's yawning, and I just pray to God he never falls asleep behind the wheel. Please, God, watch over him. So, yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but I'm keeping busy with all this stuff. I sold 10 things? No, I didn't sell 10 things. I sold some things. I think I sold 5 things. I had offers on other things that I should have taken, but I didn't. And yeah, but yeah, busy, and then put some new things out there. So that was promising. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I used to be good at recognizing teasing. I'm not so good at anything lately. Yeah, definitely a blessing. But yeah, yeah, no question about it. So let me tell you some interesting things that I've discovered through the process. Hi, Patty. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It really was a gift. Texting is flat. You mean it's like a flat medium? I have gone out with 3 of them, and it's so interesting. I don't know if it's me or if it's just the way it is as you get older. You can't, it seems to me, and again, this is my experience, that you don't have as much patience as you had when you were younger for the things that all of a sudden become red flags, and you say to yourself, I don't think this is going to work. Exactly. Yes, It's absolutely true. You cannot see any emotion, and it is a flat medium. But as I say, I have met three of them. There's another one who wants to meet me, and I have a feeling one of them is going to be out of the picture any minute if he's not already. Oh, oh, okay. Um, you talk to people, and it's funny because I tell everyone before I meet them about what I've been through and what they can expect because I don't want anybody to be shocked when they see me. And I'm doing so much better, thank God. I am, you know, I feel like I'm all over the lot. I'm fragmented tonight. The days that I don't get to my gym to do my physical therapy, I don't feel good. And I feel terrible missing it. When I do it, I honestly feel like I'm making progress. I can feel the difference. I can feel the change in me. And I know that it's a good thing. So I try to go as often as I can. I only went once last week and it was terrible. It was a holiday week, so they were closed one day. But still, I was under terrible, terrible stress for 2 days. That destroyed me. And then busy with lots of stuff the rest of the time and trying to get stuff done here. So again, so that I can get the house on the market. As I get rooms done enough, I think what I'm going to do, if you think it would be something nice for you all, is I think I'm going to do like room tours so you can get a little bit of a feeling of what it looks like. And I think that might be something that might be enjoyable for you. And I think it might be something that might be helpful to me. So perhaps I can get man, I really shouldn't ask for feedback because feedback can be very cruel. It depends upon who's giving the feedback. But I really think it might be helpful all around. It's interesting, as you know, I have been a stager for many, many years. I've been in real estate for many, many years. Yeah, I think it would be good, Myra. And I am so clear on exactly what needs to be done for anybody but me. For me, I often have to take pictures of my house in order for me to see what I have to do because it's very hard to be objective. I'm subjective about it, and it's harder. Yes, they are. They are. There really has been a lot of time, and the one guy I was talking to him on the phone for 2 hours at night for several nights, and I think he's probably going to be the first one to go, and I think that's really interesting because you start to listen to the stories, and I'm sure the same thing is true for him. When you are so different in the essence of who you are and the way you look at life and your background and everything that brought you to this moment in time, I think sometimes it's really hard to get past. It reminds me of, I don't know if any of you remember many, many, many years ago, they used to have commercials on television they showed this invisible shield, which was like a plexiglass window that it was supposed to be for toothpaste or something, that it was like a shield against cavities. I kind of feel as if there is that plexiglass shield between us when we are so different in the way we look at everything. I got the feeling that he got the same feeling that I got, that this was really not what either one of us is looking for. So, might we be friends on some level? Maybe, maybe not. But I suspect that one's kind of veering off to the side. So the other two are still around. One of them called me. The one that I thought was going to be What are our differences? Uh, oh God, everything. Okay. First of all, this is silly. I mean, I'm going through rough times, and he quit working very early, and really hasn't wanted to work. No work interests him. Well, it seems to me if you stop working really young and you really don't have much money, but you would prefer to live on what you have than to do work to have a little more of a life. I don't understand that, because I am very motivated to make my life better. I may not get there, but I will die trying, because I just don't know any other way. I come from a family of very hard workers and of people who are workaholics, if anything. So I don't understand no job. I don't want to. Yeah, it's really not, and it's all about cutting expenses and cutting expenses. Exactly. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. He's a nice man. He's really a nice man. Very caring. But again, I don't think this is exactly. I don't understand it because, again, I just come from a different way of thinking where I was telling him about what I'm doing online. Let me give you a small indication. I like that, Denise. I should fire him. I'm really dry today. I had a slice of pizza on my way home, and I also had a half. Yeah, I had half of one of my Lindt chocolate bars. Okay, we were talking about, oh God, what was it about the way he thinks about money? Oh, I mean, one of the things was, in the house, just not putting air conditioning on. I'm not even talking about having things, Lauren, in the sense of material things. I'm talking about the ability to have an easier life where you don't have to count every penny if you're able. But listen, if you can't do it, or if you're in a position where you've worked hard all your life and you come to a point where you're just tired and you want to be done with it, I get all that. And again, I don't mean to be judgmental, so please don't take it as that. All I'm saying is it's very different than the way that anybody I've ever known has not been in that camp. So it's a very different kind of thing. He had mentioned that at home, he doesn't put air conditioning on. I know. And it's been so hot. You could pass out. So he said he does put it on sometimes when it. Well, I think probably, Lauren, that is the case. I think yes, not in the sense of doing things. He will constantly go out and do things and be busy. Um, I have my TV on in the other room. It's 2 rooms away. You can hear it, Ange? Yeah, I couldn't live without AC either. Yes, exactly. I think it's a combination of both, Denise, and I understand once again, it's his choice and he has every right to live his life exactly the way he wants to. And if he wants, oh, oh, that's good to know. Yeah, oh, Exactly. Oh, he also told me that I should not have, I have 4 televisions in my house that, I've had for years and years. And he told me that I should only have one that, you know, and I get it. And in my situation, that may not be a terrible idea, but it's just a different way of thinking. And again, there's neither right nor wrong in it. It's a question of people meshing. And I know there are things about me that go against the grain for him too. I can see it. I can absolutely see it. Um, I mean, I saw him yesterday and we spent a nice time and he was very nice. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't. And that's another, I mean, he has never wanted to, uh-huh, yeah. He's never wanted to own particularly. He enjoys renting. I don't really see the value in renting if there's any way that you can own, because by renting, the money is gone forever. It's like you have, so yeah, it's hard. But again, the site that I'm on, and this is something that I realized, the site that I'm on is free. You can, yeah, I think it is. You can, um, there's an upgrade, so you can go for the upgrade, but most people don't, it appears. So I think it draws to it people who don't have much money or have less money. When I was on Match.com, it was a whole different thing. And I actually got something about some guy on Match. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, I never saw myself as retiring no matter what, because I always enjoyed working. But I mean, now clearly, I tried eHarmony and that wasn't good at all for me. I think Match would be better, but I can't do it. I mean, the regular price for Match is somewhere about, I don't remember, 150, $160 for 6 months. They ran a special recently twice where it would have cost me 70, at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I know, we are on call like doctors all the time. Why am I itchy? And of course, if Sandy was on here, she would tell me to take a shower. I feel itchy tonight. Um, so, God, where was I? Uh, totally don't recall. I totally don't recall. Somebody help me. Rita, are you on here? Or are you just busily at work in the background? So, anyway, retirement. Oh, okay, thanks, Ange. Yeah, I mean, I just never really. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I wanted to tell you about the online store. When I told him about it, and yeah, I figured you were. Thanks again, Rita. I appreciate it as always. Um, I showed him the online store and I asked him if we could, because we went out yesterday. Um, yeah, thanks. I went out, we went out yesterday and I needed to send a package out. So I said to him, can we stop at the post office first? So he said yes. And I had the package ready and I brought it to the post office. So I showed him my store, and he said to me, I wouldn't have the patience to do that, all of that, having the stuff and having to pack it and send it. And I thought, what? I mean, this is like easy, especially if you're able-bodied. So yeah, the match special, and that's, yeah. So the match special, when they ran it, I think it was $72 and change for 6 months. I was dying to do it. I was sitting there looking at it and looking at it, and it was what I wanted to remember. Yeah, and I really, really wanted to do it, but I couldn't. So I keep getting messages. Oh, Nona, I'm glad that that you got here as well. So, but it's a different level. And again, I don't want anybody to take it wrong. I don't mean in terms of people, but I mean in terms of how they live. So, I mean, one of the people who wrote to me, but I can't write back because I'm not a paying member. So they have no idea what, they might just all think I'm not interested. But this guy had said that he had all the good things in life, and life had been very good to him, but he was at the stage now where he really wanted to enjoy it a little bit, and he wanted somebody to share it with and to just enjoy the fruit of his labor, kind of thing. And I thought, wow, what a difference, because what I am getting is people on limited income and, having their own issues to deal with. Although, and I have to laugh about this, the one that I thought was that I was not going to even see looks as if he might be the front runner at this point for now. And it's interesting to watch it evolve because he seems like a nice, decent person, and he really seems interested. And it is, I know, Patty, but I can't. So, yeah, and it's anyway. So the guy who I did see, he called me the other day and he said, "Listen," he said, "I was invited to a pool, a luncheon and a pool party next week." He said, "Would you like to go?" He said, "I know, it may not be something you want to do because we just met and whatever. It's at a gated community, not too far from here. And it's actually something I would love to do. I think it would be fun. It would be relaxing. I don't know if people are going to be going in the pool. I haven't put on a bathing suit since my surgery. I guess I'd have to try one on and see." Hi. So I I would like to do it though. I think it would be a fun thing to do. Yeah, I think so. So, but again, I mean, he said to me, "I don't know if you're going to want to do this." And then he told me that his friend who invited him said, do you have anybody you want to bring? I could wear shorts. No, I know, I'll wear something, but if they do have, I would love to try to go into a pool. Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you. I think it would be fun, and I would love to see if I can actually go into a pool. I would love to, because I think that a pool would probably be something really good for me. I think, but I don't know if I can actually get in. But having him there, to hold my hand, right? And I think that it just, yeah, I think it would feel good. It would feel like something normal. Oh, Denrick, hi. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, I am so happy to see you. Oh my God, Denrick was my savior. Absolutely incredible, incredible person. Oh, I'm so happy to see. Are you still there? Are you still working there? You left. Good for you. What a terrible place that was. Aside from, You and a few other people. Oh my God, what a great person. When I was going through the worst of it, he was absolutely there to help me and to make sure that I could certainly get my showers when nobody else was being accommodating. And I mean, that was an awful place. I mean, I left there, Denrick, and wound up back in the hospital. I think you know that because I got the MRSA infection when I was there, and it was a tough time. But I'm grateful, and believe it or not, it is next week. Next week, what am I saying? In 3 days, it will be a year. I'm going to do a video about it being a year. So I think that, I mean, I'm totally grateful. I am in a far better place. I didn't know if I'd be here a year from then. So I'm grateful for all of it. And I need to remember that when the going gets tough. So, just, oh, thanks a lot. It's such a difference. It is such a difference. Denrick had shared with me that he had had some injuries also. And I think that's one of the thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a long haul. Where are you working now? Oh my God, you have no idea what an incredible, incredible person he was. And to be able to have the kind of help when there were so many people, you're with Cohen. I hope it's going well for you. It was just, it would have been totally, totally devastating had it. Wonderful. So yeah, it's over by LIJ, which is now part of that whole, what is it? I forgot which one that is. Um, oh God, I know it. Northrop. Uh, Not Northrop. I'm going blank on it. Oh, that's great. You would be wonderful working with children. Northwell. Duh. Right. That is terrific. I'm so happy to hear it for you. That's great. Denrick had been telling me when I was there at Stearns that he had been injured and he knew what it felt like to not be able to do and to be in pain and to have all of that difficulty. And it makes such a difference. And I've always said this. I worked in hospital administration many years ago, and I said back then, every healthcare provider should have to be a patient before they can be a provider, because they should see it from the other side of the bed. They really should. It is so different and so difficult, and you are so at the mercy of all of those people who so many of them just don't care. They just don't care. And when you're vulnerable, that's the last thing you need. It really is. So, well, what a nice surprise. I'm so happy you joined us tonight. That's really great. Anyway, I will certainly let everybody know if I do get to go to that party. I'm hoping that I can. And I'm going out Saturday night also with him. And I don't know, maybe we'll go to dinner and a movie or something. I haven't gone out to a movie probably in years. So I think it would be fun to do. And if anybody knows any good movies that are out, let me know because I don't have a clue. I really don't. But I think it's going to be good. And I'm just I'm trying to balance it all out. You know, it's more, Lauren, it's not even whether I'm comfortable with him in a bathing suit. Not very good movies. I need to be comfortable with myself and comfortable in my own skin. And the truth is, I am what I am. I had a date last Saturday after the baby shower, which I still have to get that video up. But yeah, no, I have to say, I'll put a bathing suit on and see, but it's my reality. I cannot hide from my reality. It is what is. I had major surgery. I've got whatever, scars I have. But the doctors, I mean, especially the plastic surgeon, they did a really good job. I mean, I've got, I look a little bit like a patchwork quilt, but it's okay. It really is okay. I know. Oh, I hope it doesn't rain. Yeah, that would be terrible. Yeah, it's on Tuesday. And well, I guess I'm thinking if it rains, it'll have to be called off. Really? Really? Oh wow. No, I would be perfectly I want to live life, whatever life is left, and I don't want to not do it. Yeah, and I've told them already. I've told all of them the truth. So if there's evidence of it, it is what it is. It is time to enjoy it on whatever level I can enjoy it. So, yeah, I mean, I just want to feel as if I can I can fit in with the world again. I don't want to feel like the world is over here and I'm over here and we can't quite get together. I can watch and see what they're doing, but I want to, no, he's not. He's older, but he's not the older. Uh, yeah, he's no. And that guy had gotten upset with me because when I saw him on um, the 4th, he asked me if I wanted to go watch fireworks the next day. And he asked, not Tom, and he asked me to call him the next day. And I thought I was supposed to call him if I wanted to go, and I didn't want to go, so I didn't call him. He got really, really upset with me that I didn't call him. And he didn't call me for the next few days, which I didn't even notice because I was so busy with the other two calling me. And that's a terrible thing to say, but I really was. So I didn't notice it right away. The pool guy, no, he's not the no air conditioner guy. The pool guy is, what should I call him? Let's call him Paul. He's the one, we'll call him Paul. He lived in Florida, used some instant tanner. I have to tell you, I mean, I've got sort of like a divot. Gee, I wonder if they'd want to play golf off my leg. I have a divot in my leg where the surgery, actually where the MRSA infection was, because when it healed, it, it sort of caved in a little bit. It is what it is. I mean, considering what I went through, I am very blessed. I am very blessed, and I guess I should certainly put on like a 50 SPF. Oh, my phone hit the thing. To protect it so that I don't burn. But I need to, I need to, I want to integrate. I really want to integrate with the world at large. And I don't want to be a bystander anymore. And I mean, last summer I had no summer whatsoever. Um, on the rare occasions that Linda came to rehab, she would tell me how hot it was out. Oh, oh, Ange, can you plug in? I don't know if that's the case, Nona, but I really have come far in the year. And you know something? A lot of it has been very recent. And this is something I need to share with people out there. And I think I'm going to change the title of this so that if any strangers come to see this at any point, that they'll know when you have a major surgery like I did, and it was really major, the biggest problem in the healing process. Oh, okay, okay. The biggest impediment is the tendency or the expectation that it's going to go faster, the tendency to be impatient with yourself, the tendency to feel like what you're feeling at this moment in time is what you're going to feel every moment in time. And it's so important to know that the growth that you make takes time, and you have to allow yourself time. There is no shortcut to a better place. I was thinking about it today when I was doing the being isolated was terrible, Denise. Absolutely horrific. And I still feel it sometimes. Um, I'm trying to, I don't remember if that community is a 55 and over community or not. I don't recall. It's a very nice community. I don't really care, to be honest with you. He said they were friends of his, and it's a lovely place. I mean, it's a very, very lovely development of incredible condos. So yeah, I think it'll be pleasant. I mean, going to the place that I went to for the shower, even though I went by myself, was it was a wonderful place. It was upbeat, and it pulled me out of myself. I sort of tended after the whole episode to recoil into myself a lot and to become more of the person I used to be before I got into real estate. I was much more closed off in the sense that people didn't know it. They thought I was aloof, but I was really shy to insinuate myself into other people's lives. And that's something that I suffer from all my life. I don't like to insinuate myself on other people's lives. And sometimes they take that the wrong way. They take it that I'm not interested or I don't want to be part of their world, which is the antithesis of the truth. But I just, I don't, I always feel uncomfortable when I feel like I'm intruding, when I feel like I don't belong, or, so anyway, so that it'll be really good for me to be in more social situations where I can feel like a human being again, because I have spent a good bit of time feeling like a disease, and I need to feel like a person again. The difference that I started to say in terms of where I am physically, it's interesting. I parked my car today when I went to get my slice of pizza. I was a block and a half away from the place, and I suddenly realized I was in an illegal parking spot. So I got back in my car and I went around to the back of the buildings, and there is a municipal lot there. And I went into the lot and I parked my car, and I still had a good long, oh, okay. So there was still a good long half block to walk, and it was a very crunchy walk, as it turned out. I don't know what the heck was in the street. They're doing all kinds of construction, so maybe there were pebbles and things, but it was really a crunchy walk. I left my cane in the car, and I did it deliberately, and I decided I was going to try to walk the whole length to the place and back without my cane, and I did it. And I was proud of myself that I did it. I think sometimes if I'm in a situation where I could be in jeopardy, I think I would take my cane and just maybe hold it, but try not to use it. But I like to stretch myself. I like to challenge myself a little bit. And what I started to say before, in terms of how far different it is, pushing myself at physical therapy and making myself do more and more, and like I'm up to 7 minutes on the bicycle. I want to get up to, I'm going to try, maybe if I go tomorrow, or certainly the next day if I don't go tomorrow, I want to get myself up to 8 minutes. My goal is to get up to 10 minutes. I'm doing 5 minutes on the arm bicycle. I'm doing 30 steps now with the wrong foot up, the bad foot up. And I am pushing myself in every regard, and I feel the difference. I really feel the difference. I'm starting to walk on that leg. It's still not a normal gait. It may never be a normal gait again. I don't know. But it is much better than it was. And I'm not going to complain about it, because whatever it is, it's a gift from where I was. And I'm grateful for it. So I'm very happy. And the funny thing is, my brother told me this months and months ago when he had spoken to that nurse friend of his. And she said that the surgery that I had, yeah, it is wonderful. The surgery that I had a very long recuperation period. And in fact, it has. And I'm, as I say, I may never be normal. This may be my new normal forever. It may be. And, you know, it, Rita, what have I got? I mean, I have what I have. So if I belabor it, if I say woe is me or poor me, I can't move forward. I want to get the most out of this body that this body can give me. I want to, and the funny thing is, Linda tells me this all the time. The guy that she had been seeing, who sadly just passed away, I mean, it maybe not so sad in his case. Exactly. That's true, Myra. We don't know how long healing takes. But I did have a good indication of it, because this woman knew, but I didn't want to believe it. I really didn't want to believe it. And if you've ever watched any of those shows, either on television or movies, where they do documentaries about people who have lost limbs or who have had major physical challenges, and they come back, it is never quick. It is never quick. It takes a very long time, and you have to allow your body a chance to heal. I mean, you remember how swollen my leg was, and that was part of the problem, because with the swelling on the back of my leg, I couldn't bend my leg efficiently or effectively. So it made it harder. But it's like every time I do something new or do something more or do something better, I'm giving myself a little good for you. And I'm really happy. And it's funny because the place that it's such a good place, filled with such nice people. The girls there, I mean, they see me and they'll give me a big smile. And they say, oh, it's our gym girl. And I love to go, and they'll be helpful if they can get me any of the things that I need to do the therapy that I do on the table, and get all the rest of the things done. So it's a good thing. I cannot complain on that level. If I had not gotten myself into the financial bind that I did, I really would be happy at this point. I would be. I still am on a roller coaster ride. My life is moment to moment. I can be happy now, and 3 minutes from now, something devastating can happen that puts me right back in that place where I go, oh my God. But I also feel as if there will be a day, prayerfully, that I'm on the other side of this. And when I'm on the other side of it, looking back, hopefully I'll know why it needed to happen for me to grow in whatever way I needed to grow. And Lord knows there are ways, and I get it. And I made some significant mistakes. And I would like to think I wouldn't make them again. And when I look at some of the stuff that I'm putting on my stores, some of the stuff I'm laughing at because these were things that I absolutely needed. I had to have them at the time. I have things in boxes I've never opened. I have clothes in the closet with tags that I've never worn, but I had to have them back at the time. And I realize now, what for? What for? So I'm going to be taking a lot more of my things and putting them up for sale and hoping that something will happen with it and see what happens. I'm doing the best I can. I have to tell you, in terms of real estate, it happened again. The appraisal that I had gone on, they weren't ready to sell. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I pray that I hear from them again, but I don't know. I know. Yes, I know. It's really such a strange thing, Myra, when we feel as if we have to have something. But I do recognize that I had an issue with buying too much. I really did. And I always think of that Susie Orman thing, where she always used to say, and I really took this to heart, when you feel less than, you buy more than. And at the time that I first heard her say it, I said, she's right. Because I remember a woman that I used to work with at Sotheby's. She had a hotshot job, but she clearly had a problem also with not feeling something enough, good enough. I don't know what, but she was missing. I know. Yeah, I know. So let me go back to the listing thing. So that nothing happened with that, and I sent him some listings to look at. I'm gonna email him tomorrow and ask him if he got them, if he had a chance to look at them. I will call him if I don't hear from him. There's a delicate balance. I don't want him to feel like I'm bothering him, but at the same time, I want to be there. And I got a call when I was bringing a package. Yeah, I think so, Lauren. I think people do sometimes. But when I brought my first package to the post office, when I came back to the car, there was a message on my phone, and when I listened to the message, it was from an agent out of state who had a referral listing for me. And I said, "Oh, thank you, God." I was just so thrilled. And I said, I'm so grateful that because usually referrals work out, or it's been my experience anyway. So she was going to be sending me the paperwork, and then she was going to send me the information to call the seller. And she told me the whole situation. So I went into the post office, did my thing. I went to pick up something. I forgot what it was. And then I got home. I went to look at my messages to see if the forms were there for me to sign. And instead, there were two messages from her telling me she had made a big mistake, that the woman she didn't own the house she was in that was near me. She was renting that house. The house she had to sell was in a different state. And I said, this is how every single thing in real estate has been going for me. Every single thing has just gone the wrong way. It's been totally bizarre. It has really been totally bizarre. So I say to myself that there is a reason that I am not meant to be doing this right now. I don't know why. I don't know what it's going to lead to. I don't know where it's going to take me. The angst I could live without. I'm sure it's not good for my health. But at the same time, it's like I'm in school and I'm learning a lesson. I'm taking a class. And until I complete the curriculum and I take that test and pass it, I can't get past this. There is some reason that I do not see yet that I have to go through all this. So I'm going to try whenever I can. And I'm no Pollyanna, and I don't mean to tell you that it's really good every minute is far from it. But I do the best I can when I can, and that's all I can do. So I am hopeful some of the time. And maybe, something that could be it, Lauren, that it's getting me to sell my house. I think so. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It is yeah, it really is amazing. It is amazing. Why don't you try to sell some of the stuff, Rita? It's yeah, it's we do. And my friend Jackie was saying that too because she had you're over it. Yeah, I know it's hard. It really is hard. The have you tried any of the other venues, by the way? I'm trying something new. I have no idea whether it's going to work at all, but somebody had mentioned it somewhere. I don't remember where. It was something called Depop. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's another place to be able to get rid of things that you don't want. And I just listed a few things on there. So we'll see how that plays out also. But I think I had heard there are very nice people there. So that's why I did it. And I figured it was worth a shot. Depop, exactly. DEPOP. And yeah, I think Lauren, you could be right. I had been very, very negligent in pushing myself to sell the house because it's easier to do nothing than to do something, and not knowing where I'm going is scary. Not knowing what kind of place I'll have. I pray that it's going to be decent. I pray that it's going to be good. And Lord knows I should trust that it's all for my good. I know that better than anybody. It's just hard to do it when you're going through, it's kind of like going through a war zone and praying that you don't get shot to death before you get to the other side where there's peace. So I don't know, but I just, I think that could really be it. It's time for me to get out of the house. And David keeps saying to me that he thinks I'm going to be so much happier when I'm out of this house. I think my biggest concern with leaving here, well, two, what can I afford? And the dogs, and are they going to be miserable? They've lived here all their lives. And if I'm in a place where they can't just go out into a yard and be able to go, I think that I will feel much more free when the burden is off me. I do. That's hilarious. Lauren just said she thinks I'll feel so freed when the burden is off me at this point, and when I get married, I won't have to deal with it. That's really funny. That is really funny. I think I told you about the one guy who uh, turned out to be a nice guy. And the first thing he said to me on the first conversation we had was, listen, I'm interested in dating. He said, but if you're looking for somebody to marry, he said, you got the wrong guy. It was like, I haven't even met you yet. But they'll adapt. Yeah. I don't know, because if I have to walk them on a leash, that's going to be a very big thing for them. So, and for me, and for me, They all say that. So, but then when we met, at that, I don't remember if it was at dinner. No, I think it was when he called me that night and he said to me, "So do you want to marry me?" So it was really funny. It was cute. So, all in all, it's it's good. And to borrow Sheila's line, never to steal it, it's a good day to have a good day. So I'm grateful for it. The bedroom downstairs is almost done. One of my biggest issues is I have bags, the bags they bring my Meals on Wheels in. They are good size. Thank you. Um, so I have them filled with clothing. I must have 6 bags filled with clothing. Exactly. That's another thing that the other guy said that made me sort of very uncomfortable. Very. He came to pick me up at my house, outside my house yesterday, which was fine. And um, I said to him afterwards, I said, "Well, tell me, how bad does the house look? Because I know I need to do things to get it ready aesthetically." And he said to me, "Well, you could paint the front door." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "The front door, the pillars, and the garage door need to be painted." And he said to me, "It's just paint." And I want to say to him, "But I can't do it. I used to do all my own, not all of it, but a lot of my own painting. I can't get up on a ladder. I can't do any of that stuff." But it was almost as if I felt as if what he was saying was that I was too lazy to do it, which is interesting, which is obviously so far from the truth because I'm doing so much work that I should not be doing. I'm doing things I should absolutely not be doing. So, but it gave me a very uncomfortable feeling that, how come you didn't? I've been healing. I've been doing everything I can, and I'm doing a lot of work in the house. So that's the story. Just one second. I don't know who's calling me, but somebody's calling me. Might be one of the guys. I don't know. I should have off. That's really funny, Myra. There was that temptation for a moment that to say something like that to him. I really wish that I could paint it myself, to be honest. I really do. I have to get a couple of ceilings painted. I have to get one wall painted. I have to get 100%. 100%. So, yeah, it's so I want to actually go to the paint store to, where they sell the Benjamin Moore paint, and I want to look at colors because I was thinking of doing my door. Maybe, maybe he meant nothing. Hi, Carla. Nice to see you. So it's very, very possible that he didn't realize. I also have a broken mailbox, so I'm gonna have to get a new mailbox, and that's gonna have to be installed. And it's funny because he said to me, he said, "What happened to this?" Because it's sort of angled. Because I'm in a high ranch and because there are 12 steps in front of the house, the mailbox is at the bottom of the steps. The mailman is not going to go running up and down stairs at everybody's house to deliver the mail. So I just told him that I have to have a mailbox like that. But I need apparently the post, the post had rusted and it broke. So, and there's concrete there. So I need a whole new mailbox. And it's just another one of those things that have been, low on the totem pole of things that I can get done right at the moment. So I'm doing the things that I have the capability of doing until hopefully somehow miraculously, um, if I win the lottery, I can get done. So I have to take it one step at a time. And I'm going to try this group. Did I tell you about the group? Yes, that's exactly what I was going to tell you about, Lauren. Yes, they do have people that do that work. I have to find out what they're going to charge. I know they had talked about people who they call them neighbors, and I guess they are. They're people who can do jobs like handyman, light painting, if I need help getting rid of stuff, that kind of thing. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you were able to join us. You have to buy to win. I know that's exactly true. That really is exactly true. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to occasionally go for the $2. That's, and it's funny because Linda keeps buying. Well, she's not buying a lot all the time, but every now and then it's like she really, really wants to win. So it's, and I know she wants to help. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing. It's called Umbrella. I'm going to actually do a whole video on it. They started somewhere not too far from here. I don't remember if they started in New Jersey or I think it was upstate. And they branched out and they're now in a few different places. Maybe they'll wind up franchising it. I don't know. But it is a phenomenal idea. And it started out with, as most incredible ideas, with somebody's need. Somebody's grandmother could not get things done. And, that was the genesis for this thing. How do we find people to get things done? Trade something for, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they do charge. I have to find out what they charge. And then I've got to start because the truth is, time is a moving. I'm going to sneeze. Absolutely, necessity is the mother of invention. So I think that that having the ability to get that done if I can. I mean, it's still killing me every week. That $30 that they charge to do my lawn, but I have no choice. I have to have it done. And my lawn now, it's been so hot the past few days. My lawn is burning, and I have not been able to. I have to find my hose and drag it. Hi, it's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to make it. Um, I just, I can't do everything. I just can't do everything. And dragging things around is not something that's easy for me at this point. Actually, he did mention yesterday that he would help to get my hose, situated so I could water the grass, but he did not, in fact, do it. So maybe he forgot. I'm not sure. And as I say, I have no idea who called me tonight. Could have been him, could have been somebody else, it could have been one of the other guys, and it could have been, it could have been David, because David said he was going to be driving later and that he was going to, I know, I have to get that done. Yeah, and then when all is said and done and when I'm ready to put the house on the market, I have to buy two pretty plants to put in planters right near my front door to give it a nice look as you come up the walkway. So, yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I always think of that book. And was that Betty Rollins' book? I don't remember. No, hers was First You Cry. This was I'm Dancing as Fast as I Can. And I forgot who wrote that one. But that's how I feel much of the time. I'm dancing as fast as I can. I just can't do anymore. I'm fragmented and I'm working hard, and the stress is the killer though. The stress is really the killer. I had I had one single sale and the rest was a bundle. Yeah. So, yeah, actually the single sale might have been a bundle, but she changed her mind. I mean, a bundle of two things, but she changed her mind and got the one. She got it delivered today and she was really happy with it. So she gave me a 5-star rating and I'm happy about that. So I've got my fingers and toes crossed because so far they're all that. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm learning how to package things. I mean, I had some breakable stuff this time and I was really nervous about it, but I packaged it well, I think. You managed to switch labels? Oh, swell. Barbara Gordon, thank you so much. The book. I'm dancing as fast as I can. It was, yeah, it's, you can only do what you can do. And it's easy for people who are not in the situation to suggest or dictate or think that you should be doing better or faster or whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. I just oh, so Lauren, when you switched the labels, did you figure it out or did they go to the wrong place? But you're selling much more than I am, so you're busy. Yeah, that's a good phrase. That is a good phrase. Yeah, no, I think often people are well-meaning and they really think that they can help you by being, by giving you advice or sometimes being tougher or whatever. I don't think there is often any I don't know, is the word antipathy in it? I don't think they're intentionally wanting to be cruel most of the time. I think occasionally you'll get somebody who gets some pleasure out of it, but I think for the most part that's not the case. I think people want to help, and it's a little bit malice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think there's any malice in it. I think that oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's funny. Yeah, I had two at one time, a couple of times, and I have to very clearly look at the labels to be sure. And now on these other sites with all the different ways and the different labels and the different this and the different that, I have to figure it all out before I, you know, I'm doing it as I go along. It's a learning process, and it really is. And I like learning. I really do. I enjoy learning new things. What I don't love, if I were in a situation where I were in a place that I was staying in and I were in a comfortable situation, I would get myself storage bins that pull out drawers. Yeah. And I would have the inventory labeled so that I could put them in the drawers and just reach for it when a sale came in. But because of the way I am living at this point, I've got a bag here and a bag here and a bag here and a bag here, and it's hard. No, that really was nice. I mean, it was nice of them to do that. But so I'm assuming clearly that you pay the return shipping, so it winds up costing you the additional shipping on it. And again, I'm figuring out what works in terms of how to do it, but it's all a process, and that part of it's okay. And I have kind of really slacked off on the design. Who needs money? Right. Yeah. Um, it's a funny thing. I had an aunt who was a big spender. She didn't make a lot of money, but she was a big spender. And as she got older, my hair is getting very long. I desperately want to get it cut, but it's another one of those things that I say, is it an absolute necessity? And the answer is there are other things that need to be done. So the hair grows and it gets harder to deal with. It gets harder to manage. It doesn't look as good, but it is what it is, which is also a phrase that that guy can't stand. It annoys him. He said, "What does that mean?" I said, "Well, it means exactly what it says. It is what it is. So why worry about it if you can't change it? It exists. It is." So I have to kind of watch what I say, and that doesn't make me too comfortable. Yes, exactly. And again, I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to pull it up more, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying very hard to keep up with myself. Oh, Nona, take care. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm so glad you were able to join us tonight. Have a good night's sleep. I'm going to be ending it soon anyway, so yeah. My AC is kind of groaning. I also have to change the filter, and I can't climb on a ladder to change the filter. So maybe if I get one of those people to come in and do a couple of things for me, I can also get them to change the filter because I need that done. So yeah, lots of stuff. It's good for me to have my shower. Exactly. You do like it long, Ange? Thanks a lot. I have to figure out other things to do with it. Maybe if I curl it a little bit or do something. But then again, it gets frizzy sometimes. Yeah, pigtails, exactly. Except my hair is thin, so yeah, I really should make a list. A list would help me a lot. I need to, yeah, there are just so many little things that need to be done. I have a faucet that has to be changed in the kitchen downstairs. It's starting to leak. And number one, it's going to cost me more in my water bill, which reminds me I need to pay that. And number two, oh, thanks, Patty. Number two, I just need to get it done. I have the thing. I bought it a while ago. So I just need somebody who can do that. And they said that they have people who can do that as well. So I need that done. Before I sell my house, I have to get my dishwasher fixed. There are things that just need to get done. There are little things here and little things there. Yeah, I don't know how able I am to do an updo these days unless I use a hairpiece to kind of add to it. I really have to get back to my wigs. My wigs have been on the back burner. You should pardon the expression for a while now because I need to groom them, and they have been way low on the totem pole compared to myself and the dogs in the house and the dates and the work and everything else. So I'm dancing as fast as I can. And that's about it. Yes, I know it's a bad place for wigs. Yep, absolutely. And it's a funny thing. Every now and then this wig thing comes across my screen and it's like, oh my. Yeah. It's funny. When I wore the wigs, it really was not bad in the summertime. I thought it would be. But I guess the way they make them now, it really was not that hot. It was quite comfortable. Maybe I'll try to give one a wash and put it on some days when I'm just not feeling up to doing my own hair. What did you get? Oh, okay. Don't tell me. Is it one of the Gabor wigs? I'm trying to remember the name. There was a Gabor wig. It's sort of in the style, the Lisa Rinna style. I forgot. Voltage. Voltage. That was the name of the wig. Oh, yeah. The last number of days here have been really hot. It's funny, and I laugh about it all the time. I look forward to summer all year. You cut all your hair off? Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, that's great. I have not been watching the wig reviews as much because I'm afraid to. I don't want them because I can't do it. So, oh, I have never gotten a Tresilor. Oh, I'd love to see a picture of it. Why don't you put a picture on the Night Owls in? By the way, I've gotten a couple of requests from people who seem really nice about joining the Night Owls in. I am tempted to, two gals, and I'm tempted to allow them in. Now you really need a wig. Oh, I'm sure it feels good. I'm tempted to let them in because we can always bounce them if they're not nice. But if they're nice, why shouldn't we have people join us? Leanne sells wigs cheap. Patty's Pearls. Oh, there are lots of places where they're 30% off. I've even seen it up to 35% off. It has permatease, no lace front. Yeah, I like the lace front ones by and large. It's rare that I don't because it looks more natural, I think. But I really do miss wearing my wigs. I miss it a lot. I really miss it a lot. I love them so much. And it made me feel good. And I enjoyed it very much. So that too will be when it's supposed to be. And I'm fine with it. You know what it is? I need to stop, railing against the things that have gone wrong or that don't work for me because once again, it is what it is. It's what's meant to be, and that's it. I cut my hair very short years ago, and I really felt on me that it made me look very butch. I just didn't look good. I really did not look good. So I have not done it again. I mean, the way I cut it typically to that length, the almost shoulder length bob has been what's worked well for me. It was that Victoria Beckham hairstyle that I did for years and years. I have a long face. Didn't feel like you can just shake it. Yes, that's what I have with my carte blanche. I shake, as Patty of Patty's Pearl says, I shake the tar out of it and I just put it on, and it really does look pretty good, except I feel as if the short one makes me look older. Oh, there are some times with some hairdressers where they get it right sometimes and then they don't get it right sometimes. I'm very, very fortunate now. The woman that I go to, she owns the place. And oh, I like that. I like a shag with long tendrils. She always gives me a good haircut. I look younger. That works. That definitely works. Yeah. Yeah, I need to. Yes. Yeah, do. And I'd love to see a picture if you want to share it with us on the Night Owls Facebook page. So feel free and let's share that kind of good stuff. That'll be fun. Okay, on that note, I think I'm going to get ready to. I like Noriko a lot. I really like Noriko. I had looked at Noriko Reese. Reese came in 2 different styles. One of them, I believe, had a lace front and the other one didn't. One was a little more expensive than the other. And I actually originally had seen it in that color. What do they call it? It was very dark and then it went to white. It was something R. I forgot the name of it. I used to know the names of all this stuff. I forgot the name of it because I stopped looking at it. Yeah. I don't care whether it is modern or it's old fashioned or it's an older style. If it looks good on me, that's all I care about. And when I got the wigs that I got, I had so much fun with them because I felt like I looked good. And the truth is, it matters more if you feel like you look good than if you actually look good. Because if you feel like you look good, you have a different air about you when you're in the world at large. So, color is 92. Okay. I'm glad that you caught me too. Take care. Have a good rest of the night or morning, as the case may be. And I hope I see you soon, Ange. Okay, everybody, it's time for me to kind of end it for now. I've got to get that other video up. I'm going to do my darndest to get it done tomorrow. And that was the one from last weekend. And I'm trying to do a little bit as I am. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit done as I vlog, as I'm driving. It's a gradient color. I like the gradients. Yeah, I really like the gradients. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I wonder how these guys are going to feel if, yes, see you next time, Myra. If I show up in different hair, they'll probably think I'm somebody else. Oh well, it is what it is. Take care, everybody. I'm so glad we had a chance to visit. And I will see you live Sunday night. And hopefully tomorrow I'll get the other one up and running. And I'm definitely going to do a video that I can put out on the 13th talking about this past year and all the changes and my gratitude for still being here. Take care, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody. Love you all.